Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are back with some more Death Battle. And today we are checking out Wile Coyote versus Tom Cat. Looney Tunes versus Tom and Jerry Death Battle. That's right, we're back with some more Death Battle. We were gonna do it earlier, but then, stuff and things happen. Because I think we wanted to, after we saw the Bowser and, Eggman thing did really well, we were gonna check out some other ones that we missed in the past. Like the Iron Man and Batman one, but, we kind of need Jesus for that one. We can't
Oh
really do
yeah,
that. We can't really do that one right now. But we can't do this one because I doubt Jesus cares. Plus, he's not even here, so he's in Mexico. For once, it's not me who's in Mexico; it's someone else.
I I sent him a message saying oh, how are the mountains? And he hasn't responded back.
Well, when was that? Yesterday or earlier today?
Earlier today, he still hasn't responded.
Wow. Yeah. He's in a more rural area than you because you live literally right in the city.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. Yesterday he sent us a meme. I forgot. Yesterday he sent us a meme, so he's fine.
He's chilling there.
He's chilling. But anyways, yeah, we are checking this out. I was telling Adrian that I actually remember that they announced this. Well, not announced it, but I remember it was a runner-up long ago when they first went independent and they had a Kickstarter to get them fully independent and like fund some future episodes. And I remember this was in like the running, but I didn't even know it won until just a couple days that I got a notification of Death Battle. I got a notification that it was like out already. I was like, oh shit, it actually won, and thus it's an actual episode now.
Yeah,
I was telling Adrian that
that's
this one was specifically made for me and no one else because I feel like I'm the only one who cares about these two icons.
I grew up with Tom and Jerry. I haven't seen it in years, obviously, but
Right.
I used to watch a lot of the old cartoons. I love those. Those were good.
Where did you see them? Did you see them? Because I saw them through Boomerang.
Parents bought a DVD. And we
Oh,
had like one of
really?
those, yeah, and my dad's old car had like one of those like TVs on the top of it. It was really
Dude,
cool.
same. Yeah. My dad's old car. It was like a minivan, I think. It had like a TV you could press down. You can insert like this. You can watch it.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, for me, I was exposed to them and like mainly Tom and Jerry too, actually through Boomerang and actually watching it through cable. I would like watch it with my dad when he came back from work. It was really cool. I really have some fond memories watching them with him. But now Boomerang is not a thing. Well, at least it's not like on cable, I think, or at least I don't know because I haven't had cable in like so long.
I just want to say that Boomerang is like one of the scariest kids programs ever. I don't know why, but like the intermissions always creep me out.
Yeah, for what I'm sure people can. I wonder how many people can relate to this, but like, yeah, the intermission were really weird for whatever reason.
I don't know why. Like my little kid brain did
They were
not
like,
like it. It
yeah,
always
right. It was
scared
like
me.
something like it was like off-putting or something. Like something was wrong or like weird about them. It's kind of hard to explain unless it's kind of like one of those things. If you know, you know. It's kind of harder to describe, but
Yeah,
it was like off-putting as a kid for some reason. Other than that, Adrian, who do you think will take this based on your limited knowledge on both?
they're both kind of like geniuses in a way. I mean, Wile E. Coyote is way more of a genius, but Tom is not dumb either. At least for the most part.
I like to think of him as like street smart is what I would
Yeah,
classify
but
like
yeah,
Tom.
yeah. Tom is street smart, and then Wile E. Coyote is just kind of like a genius.
So you saying you
But
would go
oh
for
yeah,
Wiley
yeah, yeah.
for
My
that
bad.
reason?
I didn't describe who
Yeah.
honestly, I might give it to Wiley because his durability is just kind of insane.
Right? I feel like he's been to the ringer a lot more than like Tom because like for Tom, if I remember correctly, his shorts always were like based on house settings. So like the most he would get is like he would get electrocuted and like blown up and stuff, right? But like
Yeah.
unlike Wiley, he gets like blown up by like fucking rockets and shit, like way bigger explosions. I feel like. Well, I feel like
Yeah.
he would have more durability in that front, as opposed to Tom. Because I do remember some shorts were like outside of the house settings. Like I think there was like a beach episode or like a Wild West episode. But for the most part, he like had to deal with like household items as opposed to like the wacky like gadgets that Wiley has. Also,
Yeah.
not to mention the fact that he actually has he could like call Acne to like get him whatever gadget he needs. Granted, they backfire, but it might work in his favor.
Well, they only backfire because he has to fight against a speedster. But Tom isn't that, so
That is
you
true.
know.
That is a great point, actually. Yeah, that is very true. I would also give it to Wiley for that reason as well, because I think cause, only because his arsenal is a lot bigger. Well, because I think, yeah, like you mentioned, since he's not fighting like a really speedster character, I think his gadgets might actually work for once. I guess with that being said, let's just get right into it. Wile E. Coyote versus Tom Cat. That sounds so weird. I just want to call him Tom.
Yeah, get rid of the cat. Just call him Tom.
Yeah, there you go. Right into it. Alrighty.
Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it, and we're here to deliver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's go.
In Tales,
I'm just saying, they don't use Tom's iconic like scream when he gets hurt. Like, what are we doing here?
They have
Shimmering
to.
campfire
At
by
least
the
once.
tribespeople of North
Yeah, at
America.
least once.
There was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Sewetmuk, he was
I love how they're
a
fucking building him up
who
like
could
this
die
mystic
in return
being.
for life.
And to the brothers Warner.
He's just a cartoon coyote.
Yeah.
Who can't catch a break.
To this day, the Great Coyote stalks the American South.
Oh my god, I love that.
hunting
The
his
fucking species thing.
indefatigable
That's
prey,
funny.
The Roadrunner. And this modern Wile E. Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneur.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Commercial break.
Why is one of the descriptions for him called Chowkis Downus?
Yeah, so this is like an ongoing bit that the old cartoons had, where like each time he was like described and like it's still like describing it as a coyote, right? But like literally using any other adjective to describe him as such.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Like,
that was the
damn, Chowis and Downus? No way.
yeah, that was like the ongoing bit. Like every cartoon, like for the most part, started like that, where like, he's chasing him, and then it shows the Roadrunner, and then it shows him, and they always describe him in different ways each time they introduce him. So
There's another one. Predatorus Poofus.
yeah, yeah.
Entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father
Oh,
raised
lore,
him from
lore?
infancy to hound his avian adversary and forbade him
Never
to
knew he had lore.
speak until
Yeah, he did,
tasted
actually.
victory. On the face, an easy task. Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Hey, that was from the
Frankly,
Looney Tunes
it's
show. Nice.
incredible that Wile manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all, but he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile.
You know, I didn't even think about that. That's actually
Fast
true.
Isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
He's got your classics like dynamite, anvils, and spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet.
Just look at all of this special equipment. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying,
Which
dude.
he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-destructing
He fucking sucks.
genius,
The
Wile
fucking
has
Rock literally
completely
just did a no
redeemed
you
of
went the
brain.
opposite direction.
That's the same idea as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Ow.
Comic lore? What the hell? I never knew that.
Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clonomatic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote.
What?
Let's fast forward and rewind a person through
Wow.
time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile uses is intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man can't
Wait,
Oh my God.
what? What is that lore? That I just
I never
forget
knew
that.
that.
Is that just a thing I forgot? What the hell? Wait, hold on. That's so funny.
Acme's board of directors is just a bunch of roadrunners.
It's run
It's
by
funny.
Roadrunners. It's no fucking way. Hold on.
Directors is exclusive.
Oh, that was in the comics. Okay, I was gonna say because I don't remember that be like in the classic shorts. Okay, that was explained in the comics. That's fucking
Right.
hilarious.
So, like in the unreleased movie, does he just like sue a bunch of roadrunners? Like,
Imagine actually.
Acme.
That would be funny. Yeah, he goes to the Acme, or maybe that's like the climax of the film. He finally makes it to like the facility. And it's just run by a bunch of fucking roadrunners.
Acme, do you have anything to say? Meep meep.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. I never knew that. It was rigged from the start. Damn it.
He was right from the start. There's
My
nothing you
man
can do.
cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
No matter the severity of his failures, Wile is still a toon and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying.
Damn,
He
87
once got
years.
Fully disintegrated
87?
into ash
Damn, he's
and popped back up
okay.
like it was nothing.
He's
Similar
old.
to
I forgot how
the
old these
immortal
animations
Coyote
can
of
be.
Sawatmaka.
I know, right? Like these OG like animated characters. But yeah, you kind of forget how old these characters are, and you know how like soon they'll be like in public domain, because you know, unlike Disney, they're not gonna. Well, who knows? But I doubt they're gonna use that much like
Yeah.
that money and like lawyer up to get like the fucking copyright get pushed back.
And
So,
once
yeah.
they do go to public domain, you'll see like 10 horror movies based off like Bugs Bunny.
That'd be so fucking stupid, bro. Like, how are you gonna make that work? You know what? I guess that's future filmmakers to
87
to
We're
worry
gonna put
about.
one of the trailer moments for that and be like, "Ain't I a stinker?" And that's gonna be one of the trailer moments. Just watch.
And then yeah, ain't I stick? You fucking stabs the person. Just fucking stabs him. Oh, and like he
So
fucking like walks up on, you know, that like iconic like shower scene. Like I forget from what horror movie it is, but like there like it's a person
Is
in
it
the
like black and
bathroom.
white? I think it was.
Yeah, a person's in the bathroom and they like take the shower curtain off and the girl like screams and stuff. She gets like slashed. It's gonna be like that, but when he opens the fucking curtain, he's gonna be like, "What's up, dog?" And then fucking slashes
back.
the fucking just slashes them up.
Oh my god, you already know it's gonna happen. Just watch in like 20. Just watch in like 20 years.
Exactly.
It's gonna happen.
Very fucking funny. Anyways.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years
Verbed.
straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Sawatmaka legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left
This is
the
true.
comic page entirely
What?
to catch the Roadrunner. Yeah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Loony DNA. Every toon's
Wow.
got it, not just the loony ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage.
That's
up to
cool.
being
I didn't
fully
realize
erased off
they
the
explained
page,
that.
Essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter to this immortality, the Loony DNA Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again,
That one just
so
died.
close. I can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was
What?
Wiley's experience
Wait,
as
so
a
Tom is
veteran
cooked.
toon
There's no
that
fucking
gave
way
him a
he-
job
he-
at
he
Acme
wins. What-
Universe.
Yeah, he literally has anti-toon
He has anti-toon
Hard
force.
Knocks,
Yeah, it's
teaching
over.
up-and-coming tiny toons how to
Unless I'm
use
forgetting
their
something.
abilities.
Do they have
Okay,
do
so
they have
Naruto.
comics?
And just
Wait,
like
what?
Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force
Oh, yeah.
works like an
What?
actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than
Yeah,
their younger
okay.
counterparts.
I was like, wait, what? Naruto
Wile
mentioned what?
should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's helped.
Anyways, what I was talking about? Oh yeah, unless like Tom and Jerry has like some fucking comic series that I don't know about. He's cooked.
Whoa, snap! Cut the
Correct.
Roadrunner! Oh, wait, never mind. So damn close.
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times.
That's probably still lowballing it.
That's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by I mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner, Chuck Jones.
The guy that
Oh.
created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally
I guess
messing up
that would be
parody
their
of
god,
earlier
wouldn't it?
chasing films like, well, Tom and Jerry,
Essentially, yeah,
established
right.
several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping tune ability.
This is true.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry failson? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up.
That
and
is
dusts
interesting.
off the ashes,
Okay, that is interesting that they brought up the rules, because I was aware of those rules, but I kind of forgot. But I'm glad they refreshed my mind about them. So like he's always destined to. Well, this rules apply to like the Roadrunner. I feel like, so I feel like if it's anybody else, it
Right.
wouldn't apply. Because the creator
Well, I
has a
don't
rule
know.
that obviously he never catches the Roadrunner, and all the his like plans fail.
Well,
So
I mean,
like
I don't know. He had an entire
surely-
movie.
Oh,
He had
yeah,
an
well-
entire movie where he sued Acme, and the movie never came out. So maybe his destiny is just to never succeed,
to never win. They never get a single win.
never win.
The
Can't even get your
fucking
own movie.
animation's like greatest fucking underdog. Like Jesus Christ. So that is
Ah,
interesting. I
boy.
wonder if that come to play, whether or not like he legit can't win, because that is literally by his existence that he can't catch a win,
He also can't die either unless he gets hit with the anti-Toon Force thing.
which is true also. Yeah. I wonder if this might be a draw. I wonder if this will end in
Oh,
a draw.
yeah, I forgot Death Battle has those. They do it very rare.
Very rare. What was the interesting. Yeah, because I haven't watched every Death Battle ever, because there's some that I just don't know the characters for. But I'm sure draws has happened before. But so yeah, this could be another instance where like a draw happens. But I guess we'll see. We shall
You
see.
can see it.
The year was 19.
I wouldn't be mad of it. I like both of them.
Between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys, as the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna
Okay.
and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tomcat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls violence ensues. And Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Who is, let's say, very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented
What was
hatred
that
of
one?
cats, even I gotta cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden.
I love that
rubber
episode.
man second
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
big yawn.
House cats
I
like
remember
Tom
you
are
telling me that
actually
was
some
one of your
Earth's
favorite
most
episodes.
Successful predators.
Yeah, where
They
Jerry
can
just
run
gets
up
super
to 30
strong.
miles per
Yeah,
hour,
just
leap
beats the
6
shit out of
feet
him.
high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions.
I always
And
wondered
Tom's
what
harsh
specific breed
conditions
Tom was.
is an
Okay.
understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mousekind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find in the
Mousekind.
average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes,
And guns, lots and lots of guns. But
Yeah,
you
the
got
meme.
weird
Let's
things
go.
like a magic wand, a robo-cat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the sword of
Oh,
light
okay.
and
Oh, that is
darkness,
true. I guess I
which
haven't
from
seen
your
any
own
of the new
chest,
stuff, so maybe he
or
does
the
have something
rewind
crazy.
remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat
Oh,
car,
God.
Cat Jet, spelled with K's, of course, but just the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact,
It's
he
true.
has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Yeah.
Oh, Wiz was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled on.
I don't even
that
have that
episode.
episode name in
Very
today's
funny.
date.
Even if
Today's
Tom
day and age
starts to
anymore.
use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can
Wow.
physically go get them back from hell.
What?
Let's go.
That was a fucking Tom and Jerry video game? Where he fucking goes to hell? What the fuck?
Tom can do. He can clone himself, levitate in the air,
Alright.
make his imagination real, and
He
he can
levitate.
break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Nice.
If you only watch the classic cartoons,
Yeah, that was basically me, I guess, yeah.
For a shuck.
Yeah,
Jerry gets
apparently.
wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Dodoy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage
Wow,
with
okay.
the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine.
I remember that
He's
one,
stars
actually.
now, but he's okay.
Really?
Take
I
an
don't remember
explosion
that.
that
Yeah.
launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day,
the hell was that,
they're
Tom?
actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home.
I remember this
All
movie. This is the one where, like, they
that's into
talked,
their
right?
story.
Yeah,
Don't
this is where they
So
get
weird.
believe it. Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase. Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan,
What?
Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two
What is this
strongest
goddamn
warriors
lore?
in
What the
realm.
fuck?
And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. The Devil Tom, who repelled
What?
corruption by the darkness. This
I fucking love
mysterious,
this.
malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors use the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it may sound completely insane. It is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Bros.
Wow.
Interactive Entertainment, which means we have to include it in our research.
So that they
What?
grant us mere
I never knew that fucking
Okay.
existed. What the hell?
No.
Tom and Jerry has a
Friendly
gacha
aside,
game?
though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no
Wow.
better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Okay then.
Guess what?
Okay.
That battle has
Alrighty
Does
then.
the gacha game even count, though? Like, it's
Well,
licensed, but I
yeah,
don't
it's
think-
officially licensed to it, so it has to count, I guess.
I guess, right?
shirts and
Yeah, because
I'm partial to the official researcher's note.
yeah, because they had video games before and comics before,
Sure.
so you
There's
know,
also exclusive
I
merch for
that
website
definitely makes
members.
sense that it was
A
still.
beer
Yes.
cooler, which
Yeah.
has
It would
beer,
count,
ice,
eh?
and cold. And I guess theoretically other
T-
beverages
I wonder
too.
what the gameplay for that is. Like, what? It's Tom and Jerry. What the fuck? Is it an action RPG? I saw a little bit of gameplay,
We'll be releasing
but I couldn't tell what the game was about.
Check back for
Is it like a-
updates.
is it like a
Picking up an item or
platformer?
two really
Like, what was
helps
that?
support independent death battles. So we wanna say a big thank you to
If
everybody
anyone
that's
could tell
already
me,
placed
I'd be
orders.
greatly appreciated, because that was definitely you learning something new. You learn something new every day. Like the fact that Tom and Jerry has a freaking Chinese gotcha game.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data
Anyways.
through all possibilities.
It's time for a death.
Alright, well, so Adrian, do you want to change
Tom
your
frame.
prediction, or you think... Yeah, that face!
And Tom Brady.
Would you like to change your prediction, or are you still going strong with your original prediction?
I think I have to give it to Tom. This man literally saved the universe. But I mean, to be fair, he did it with Jerry. So, you know,
He
he
did do it
wasn't
with Jerry.
the only one.
True.
So, honest to God, I might have to give it to Tom.
Because they
This
have
man
like
literally
they
died
have a
multiple
bunch of
times to
things
do
that
that.
cancel out each other, right? The only thing that Tom doesn't have, that at least I didn't pick up the first time we watched this, is a way to actually kill Wile. That's the thing. Like I didn't hear no like anti like 2 force or nothing really.
That is true.
That is the only thing that's still giving me to Wily, unless I missed something and I'm being like a dumbass right now. But like, as far as I know,
You know what?
I did not hear anything
But
that
also
could
the
like
fact that
actually kill him.
apparently, but also the fact that Wiley is apparently also like fated to never win.
Right,
It's
that's
kind of
the
crazy
thing.
too.
It's so weird because I knew those rules existed, but I didn't know if they're gonna bring it up or not. He is always destined to lose no matter what, because you know that then there'll be no more cartoons if he won. So it's I don't know. They really framed it really well, so it's kind of hard to pick. I'm gonna still go Wiley. I'm gonna still go Wiley.
You know, I think I have to go Wiley too, just because of the anti-tune force.
Right? I feel like despite everything, I feel like that's gonna play a role, a major role. So, all right, let's see if we're right, Adrian. It's time for a death battle! Also, I forgot, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but obviously, if you want to support Death Battle so we can get more amazing battles like this, you know, obviously check out their Patreon. I think we talked over that when they were going over it. But yeah, they have things, perks and stuff, awesome things that you can get, I'm sure, if you help them out through Patreon, so we can get more awesomely produced episodes like this in the future. But yeah. Yep. Now it's time for a Death Battle! Alright, let's go! Yes, that classic song. Yep, classic intro song. Yeah, they turned a bit. Nice. Cactus.
Victimus.
Oh. And thus, there they go. Up.
Greater Roadrunner. Meepus. Canis. Schmuckus.
I hope those are. I assume those are clearly original like nicknames they gave them. That'd be really cool if they were, and not just a repeat. His devious laugh. Nice. Oh, there they go. You cost me my dinner. Ah, there you go. Nice.
There you go.
Wow, nice. Just Among Us and a Fall Guys guy right there in the house. I saw that.
The hell?
I was gonna say this quickly literally turned into a war zone. That's funny.
Immediately.
Oh yes, yeah, nice little reference. Nice. Fat lady, what? Nice. Oh. Nice. Oh.
Oh, there goes all his lives.
Except for one. Is that the anti-2-force thing? Oh no, that's the high speed. Okay. Nice. Ah, yes, of course. Nice.
I remember that joke actually.
Was that a photorealistic car? Oh, it's just a 3D car. Ah, yes.
Oh,
I wish I kind of wanted to pause to see what the side videos were, but should have seen that coming. You fucking zoomed into it. Well, that can't be good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I guess what? They're just... Okay.
They're no longer tuning.
Yeah, both of them, actually. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, he had the little tiny umbrella. I love it. Also, the fucking house falling apart on both of them. That checks out.
No.
The little jingle.
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
And there it is. He just falls over. Fair enough.
Wiley.
Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Thank God one of them actually died.
Coyotes
So
eat
it's
cats.
crazy.
I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that
Although
could
it
be
very much
exploited,
feels like that if you just
especially by
read
each
their
other.
abilities
Let's
from
first
surface
talk
level.
their stats.
Both were
Yeah.
strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wily to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wily could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wily gets the edge in stats.
Wily's
Makes sense.
arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could
Yeah.
render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wily is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wily's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the
Fair
other
enough.
hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big
Really? I
advantage.
did not expect that,
He doesn't
actually.
have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wily's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wily's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and
Okay.
ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wily
Really?
again
Okay.
fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again.
That
in the
is
sequel.
true.
Oh, yeah,
I
like
guess,
what you said
yeah.
earlier. Yeah, what you said earlier. He only fails against the Roadrunner, but against anything else
Yeah.
he
His
wins.
entire history, Wily's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically
Aha,
chasing the
yes,
Roadrunner
okay.
or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones
Yeah,
were
okay,
written for.
yeah.
Coyote and Roadrunner
Yeah.
cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wily couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA Dissolver.
That is fair.
Especially when
Yep.
the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Yeah.
Despite lacking Wily's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wily, whereas Wily's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wiley gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Nice.
Next
Okay.
up on Death Battle.
Who are the next people, actually? Hold on. Just had to check my phone real quick. Okay, who are the next people? Oh, Miles? Okay. Is that Deku?
Deku and Miles?
Deku and Miles,
Yeah,
really?
Deku and Miles.
Interesting.
Subscribe and join as a
Um,
member to see more.
I don't know anything about Spider-Man, but like I've just seen like a couple shorts in the comics, and Spider-Man's are just kind of like broken. So I'm sorry, Deku.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, well, it depends what Spider-Man you were looking at. There's definitely multiple Spider-Man. This one specifically, Miles is Spider-Man, so... I only know him through the movies, and I know his power set through that, but I'm not... Because he has his own comic issues. And I never read any of those, so I wonder if he... Because he's supposed to be like a younger, like, Peter Parker, right? So he's not as experienced as the rest of the Spider-Man. So I'm very curious what his, like, stats are. But isn't Deku, like, pretty strong, too, on his own? He has, like, all my...
He
has,
is
like,
really strong.
Yeah, so I think he'd probably hold up his own. We could probably see that once we watched the Miles movies. We could probably watch that with
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
There's only 2 so far, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 so far. So we could probably watch that when Jesus comes back. We could watch it with him, because I know he wanted to watch it, especially after we watched the Batman movie together. So we could do that. But yeah, anyways, rambling aside, Yeah, Wiley took the dub, and I was right with my assumption. Yeah, makes sense. Everything they covered, why he won and why Tom lost. Fair enough. As much as I would have loved it to be a tie because I love them both. Yeah, Wiley ended up taking the W, which makes sense. And the
I mean,
fight
like,
itself
once I
was really
saw-
awesome. I really liked it.
It was very cartoony. Whoever
Yes.
animated it, good job.
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. They very captured that looniness, the cartooniness of the original cartoons. It was very nice. I thoroughly enjoyed it. What were we gonna say before I said something?
As soon as I saw like that anti-Toon Force, I'm like, I don't know. It has to be the Wily now.
Right? Like that's
He
so
literally
hard
has
to
the
come
anti-Toon
back
Force.
from. Yeah, yeah. Because the only thing that made me, like we discussed, the only thing that made me iffy, even after the anti-Toon Force, was the laws. But even from what I remembered it was specifically for his like cartoons and stuff. So I feel like that wouldn't have effect to literally anything else. But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, all right. Well, we were both correct about our assumptions of who we thought won. Were you correct? Did you pick Wiley or did you pick Tom? Let us know in the comments down below. And with that being said, until next time, bye.
Bye. Hello guys, it is me, the back comp diver, and please like and subscribe because if you're no green card, I'm illegal as shit.